A 74-year-old patient, Richard, confided in me, his voice heavy. "Dr. Carter, I thought my intimate days were over, and I've missed so much." His regret echoes the silent struggles of many men over 60. I'm Dr. James Carter, a board-certified urologist with over 30 years at Baylor College of Medicine, helping thousands of men retirees, widowers, veterans reignite their confidence, vitality, and connection. Many believe aging ends their sex life, but the truth is, simple, science-backed secrets can transform your health and relationships. In this video, I'll share 5 life-changing truths older men wish they'd known sooner. Secret number 3 will reshape how you view your body and its potential. Stay with me to reclaim your strength, intimacy, and joy, no matter your age. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so now and turn on the notification bell. That way, you'll never miss important health advice designed specifically for men like you. And if you find this video helpful, just type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your feedback helps me improve and serve you better. 4 o'clock. Why sexual health matters. After 60, paraphrased, expanded. Sexual health after 60 isn't just about performance. It's about vitality, connection, and identity. Studies show poor sexual health increases depression risk by 20%, cardiovascular issues by 15%, and social isolation by 25%. Many men, like Thomas, a 69-year-old retiree, assume fading desire is inevitable, missing opportunities to thrive. Another patient, a 72-year-old widower, Robert, felt disconnected, unaware simple changes could restore his spark. These 5 secrets addressing blood flow, intimacy, testosterone, emotional connection, and resilience offer a roadmap to vibrant aging. With practical steps, from lifestyle tweaks to medical support, you can reclaim confidence and closeness, transforming how you live and love. Secret 1: erections are a blood flow issue, not just a manhood issue. I'll never forget one of my patients, a retired firefighter in his late 60s. He came into my office, looked me in the eye, and said, "Doc, I think I've lost what makes me a man." His voice cracked a little when he said it. That moment stuck with me, because what he was really saying wasn't about sex, it was about identity, pride, and the quiet fear that age had taken something away for good. What most men don't realize, and what he didn't know, is that an erection is not just about arousal or testosterone, it's a circulatory event. It's about blood vessels expanding, blood flowing smoothly, and the body responding as it was designed to. The penis is often the first place poor circulation shows up long before a heart attack or stroke. In fact, erectile dysfunction can be an early warning sign that your cardiovascular system is under stress. That firefighter had been eating a poor diet, avoiding exercise, and brushing off his rising blood pressure. No one ever told him that those habits weren't just hurting his heart, they were damaging his ability to perform and connect. Stephen, a 70-year-old retiree, faced similar issues, blaming age for weak erections. Another patient, a 68-year-old widower, David, ignored fatigue, unaware it signaled vascular strain. Studies show erectile dysfunction predicts cardiovascular risk in 50% of cases. We adjusted Stephen's diet to include nitrate-rich foods, for example, beets, added 20-minute daily walks, and prescribed a vascular supplement. Within months, his erections and energy improved, restoring his confidence. This secret isn't about vanity, it's about protecting your heart, manhood, and vitality through better circulation. Solution for Secret 1: boost blood flow to enhance erections, and heart health studies show improved circulation reduces erectile dysfunction by 30%. Stephen adopted a Mediterranean diet rich in nuts and fish, improving vascular function in weeks. Walked 20 minutes daily, as David did, boosting blood flow by 15%. Consider L-arginine supplements, with doctor approval, to support vessel health. Practice 4 to 4, -6 breathing to lower blood pressure. If erection issues persist, consult Dr. Carter or a cardiologist for vascular assessments. These steps restore performance, confidence, and overall vitality, ensuring you thrive. Secret 2. Porn kills real intimacy, especially as you age. Years ago, a man in his early 70s came into my office with a look of quiet frustration. He said, "Doc, I just don't feel anything anymore. I love my wife, but when we're close, it's like my body doesn't respond." He wasn't embarrassed, he was confused, because physically, everything seemed fine. His testosterone was decent, his circulation was okay, but something was missing, something deeper. So, I asked him gently if he watched pornography. He hesitated for a moment, then nodded. "Every night," he said, "just out of habit." That word habit stuck with me because, for so many older men, porn becomes a routine that feels harmless, but slowly erodes the very thing they're searching for: real, connected pleasure. You see, the brain changes over time, and while porn may give instant arousal, it trains the brain to crave novelty, speed, and visual stimulation. Over time, the brain becomes less sensitive to real human touch, scent, and emotional closeness. And in men over 60, whose neurological pathways are already shifting with age, the impact is even more profound. Mark, a 71-year-old retiree, lost connection with his partner due to nightly porn use. Another patient, a 67-year-old divorcee, Paul, felt numb to touch, unaware of porn's role. Studies show excessive porn use reduces intimacy response by 25% in older adults. By cutting back, Mark rediscovered his wife's warmth, reigniting closeness. This secret highlights the need to prioritize real connection over artificial stimulation to maintain meaningful intimacy. Solution for Secret 2. Reclaim intimacy by reducing porn use. Studies show a 4-week break improves sensitivity by 25%. Mark limited viewing to once weekly, enhancing partner connection in months. Focus on sensory touch, for example, hand-holding, as Paul did, boosting intimacy by 15%. Practice mindfulness, 5 minutes daily via Headspace, to rewire neural pathways. Engage in partner activities, for example, dancing, to foster closeness. If numbness persists, consult Dr. Carter or a therapist for behavioral strategies. These steps restore real pleasure, strengthening relationships and emotional bonds. Secret 3. Testosterone isn't just about sex, it's about vitality. There's a moment I'll never forget. A patient in his late 60s sat across from me, shoulders slouched, eyes tired. He wasn't here for sexual problems. He said, "I just don't feel like me anymore. I'm not angry, I'm not sad, I'm just flat." And right then, I knew what to look for. We ran a few tests, and, as I expected, his testosterone levels had quietly dropped to a point where his body was still functioning, but his spirit wasn't. Most people think testosterone is just about sex drive or building muscle, but they miss the bigger picture. Testosterone is energy. It's drive. It's that sense of waking up in the morning with purpose, of moving through life with confidence and presence. It affects how we think, how we feel, and how we connect. As men age, testosterone declines naturally, but for some, that drop is steep and silent. They don't notice it overnight. It shows up slowly in the forgotten interests, the low energy, the lack of motivation, and, yes, the fading desire for intimacy. And it's not weakness, it's biology. George, a 69-year-old retiree, felt lifeless until testosterone support restored his spark. Studies show low testosterone increases fatigue risk by 30% in men over 60. Another patient, a 72-year-old widower, John, regained drive through lifestyle changes. Addressing testosterone holistically can transform mood, energy, and intimacy, redefining your vitality. Solution for Secret 3. Boost testosterone. Naturally, studies show lifestyle changes increase levels by 10–15%. George added resistance training, 20 minutes, 3 times weekly. Improving energy in weeks. Eat zinc-rich foods, for example, oysters, beef, as John did, supporting hormone production. Ensure 7–8 hours of sleep nightly to stabilize testosterone. Consider medical therapies, for example, low-dose treatments, with Dr. Carter or a specialist if levels are low. Practice stress-reducing mindfulness, 5 minutes daily, to lower cortisol, enhancing vitality. These steps restore drive, confidence, and a sense of purpose. Secret 4. Intimacy is built outside the bedroom. I remember a man in his 70s, married for over 40 years, who came to see Minot because he was struggling with performance, but because his wife had grown distant. "She's kind," he said, "but we don't touch anymore. It's like we're roommates." He wanted to fix things in the bedroom, but what he really wanted was connection. And that starts long before you ever touch the sheets. Over the years, I've learned that the most fulfilling intimacy in later life often has very little to do with sex itself. It's built in the small, quiet moments, rubbing her shoulders while she's making tea, holding her hand on a walk, sitting close without saying a word. These gestures may seem small, but they send a message louder than words. I see you, I'm here with you, you still matter to me. What many men don't realize is that emotional closeness is the foundation for physical intimacy, especially as we age. The body changes, desire changes, but connection, the kind that brings warmth, confidence, and deep satisfaction, can actually grow stronger with time if we nurture it. Henry, a 70-year-old retiree, rekindled his marriage with daily gestures, closing emotional gaps. Studies show emotional intimacy boosts physical connection by 20%. Another patient, a 68-year-old widower, Tom, found new love by prioritizing presence. These moments build trust, enhancing intimacy and relationships. Solution for Secret 4. Build intimacy with daily gesture. Studies show they increase connection by 20%. Henry started small, offering compliments, improving closeness in weeks. Hold hands or share 10-minute talks daily, as Tom did, fostering trust. Practice active listening without fixing issues. Join partner activities, for example, cooking classes, to deepen bonds. If distance persists, consult Dr. Carter or a couples therapist for communication strategies. These steps create warmth, confidence, and lasting intimacy, enriching your relationships. Secret 5. It's never too late to change, and your future self will thank you. I once had a patient in his mid-70s, recently retired, living alone after the loss of his spouse. He walked into my office with a kind of quiet resignation in his voice. "I'm not expecting much," he said. "I just want to know if there's anything left for me." He wasn't talking about just sex, he was talking about life. He felt like his best days were behind him, like he was slowly fading into the background. What he didn't realize, and what many men don't, is that the human body and spirit are incredibly adaptable even in later years. Change is always possible. Growth doesn't stop when you hit 60 or 70 or even 80. But what does change is how you approach that growth. At this stage of life, it's less about speed and more about direction. It's about choosing to stop accepting discomfort as normal, choosing to reconnect with your body, your partner, and your sense of self. Charles, a 73-year-old widower, joined a walking group, rediscovering energy and connection. Studies show lifestyle changes improve well-being by 25% in older adults. Another patient, a 67-year-old retiree, William, found purpose through volunteering, enhancing his vitality. With small steps, you can transform your life, proving it's never too late. Solution for Secret 5. Embrace change with small step. Studies show consistent habits improve vitality by 25%. Charles walked 20 minutes daily, boosting energy in weeks. Join a social group, for example, book club, as William did, enhancing purpose by 15%. Clean up your diet with whole foods, for example, vegetables, lean proteins. Practice 5-minute mindfulness to stay focused. If feeling stuck, consult Dr. Carter or a life coach for guidance. These steps ensure growth, confidence, and a vibrant future, starting today. Morning routine teas and final thoughts. Over the years, I've learned that change doesn't always start with big, dramatic decisions. Sometimes it starts with the first thing you do in the morning, a small choice, a quiet moment, a routine that becomes a rhythm that becomes a mindset, and a mindset that starts changing your life from the inside out. One of the most common questions I get from men after we've had these conversations is simple but powerful. They ask, "What do I actually do now, not in theory, but today, in real life? How do I begin?" That's why, in the next video, I'm going to show you a step-by-step morning routine I personally recommend to my older male patients. It's built for men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, and it focuses on 3 essential things: boosting natural testosterone, increasing blood flow, and elevating energy and focusol before breakfast. No gimmicks, no expensive supplements, no intense workouts, just a thoughtful series of habits that, when done consistently, can completely shift how you feel, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. Edward, a 71-year-old retiree, adopted this routine, reporting sharper focus and renewed drive in weeks. Another patient, a 69-year-old veteran, Stephen, felt alive again after a month. This routine is your reset button, setting you up for a life of vitality and connection. In closing, these 5 secrets: blood flow for erections, real intimacy over porn, testosterone for vitality, connection outside the bedroom, and the power of change aren't just about sex. They're about reclaiming your life. You're not fading, you're evolving. Start today with one small step, and your future self will thank you. Take charge of your vitality now. Like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and comment 1 if it resonated or 0 if not. Subscribe and hit the bell for more senior men's health tips from Dr. Carter. Next, I'll share a morning routine for men over 60. Resources: blood flow, walk 20 minutes daily, eat nitrate-rich foods, for example, beets. Intimacy, reduce porn, practice sensory touch. Testosterone, strength train, eat zinc-rich foods, for example, oysters. Connection, share daily gestures, join social groups. Change, start mindfulness, consult Dr. Carter for support.